Listen carefully, people are paying 8,000 to 15,000 euros per year to study in Europe. Meanwhile, there are universities in Portugal where international students are paying 1,500 euros to 3,500 euros per year. And the shocking part is, almost nobody on YouTube is talking about this. So today I will show you 4 cheap universities in Portugal that international students completely ignored. Some of these schools are public universities and some are very affordable. In certain cases, you may not even need an IELTS depending on the program or your previous education, okay? If your plan is to study in Europe without spending a fortune, this video will help you a lot. If this is the first time watching this channel, consider subscribing because I break down real relocation options, studying routes, and visa strategies that many people don't even know about. Now let's get straight into it. Why Portugal is becoming a very powerful study destination? First thing first, let's understand something important. Portugal is quietly becoming one of the smartest study destinations in Europe right now. Though it's not the most famous one, but it's one of the smartest ones. And here is why. The number one is tuition is very affordable. Compared to countries like the UK, Canada, or the US, Portugal's public universities are so much cheaper. Many programs cost between 1,400 to 4,000 euros per year, especially for international students. And number two is cost of living is very manageable. Cities like Lisbon can be very expensive, but many student cities in Portugal are very much affordable. So places like Braga, Santarém, and Guarda, students often spend like 500 to 800 euros monthly depending on the lifestyle. Number three is Portugal is part of the Schengen visa. So that means when you live there, you can travel to many European countries. For example, you can travel to Spain, you can travel to France, Germany, and Italy without even need visas. Number four is students can also work. International students in Portugal are allowed to work part-time during studies. Many students work in restaurants, delivery job, hospitality, and tourism. If you want to check official migration information, go to this website. This is where policies around residence permits and immigrations updates are always published. Let's talk about the cheap universities nobody is talking about. The number one is University of Minho. This is one of the most underrated universities in Portugal. This is mainly located in Braga and Guimarães. These cities are smaller than Lisbon, but that is actually a good news for students because living costs are cheaper and the tuition fees. International students typically range around 2,000 to 4,000 euros per year, depending on the program. Some master's program can be slightly higher, but compared to many European countries, this is still very much affordable. University of Minho is known for a very strong programs. Programs like engineering, computer science, architecture, business, economics, and social science. These are 3 reasons why students like it. Reason number one is the quality of education is very strong. Second one is the city of Braga. That city is a student friendly. The third one is the university has international partnership across Europe. This website is their official website. If you want to verify programs, don't rely on agents. Always check their direct websites from the universities. Now let's talk about the next one, the University of Porto. This one is very famous, but many students don't even realize how affordable these programs are. This university is located in the city of Porto. Porto is the second largest city in Portugal. Honestly, many people are saying it's more beautiful than Lisbon. Tuition fees for international students are affordable. So many programs range around 3,000 to 6,000 euros per year. Some specialized programs may even cost more, but compared to countries like Canada, the UK, or the US, this is still very much cheaper. University in Porto is still actually one of the universities in Portugal. They also have programs like medicine, engineering, business, science, and arts. So if you want a very well-known university, this is a very strong option for you. Porto is still a very vibrant student city. Many international students are living there, and the city has a very great public transport. It has a very beautiful river views and strong tourism economy, which means job opportunities for students can exist in hospitality and tourism sectors. Here is the official website where you can verify all these programs. Make sure to always check the program's requirements because some programs may ask for English proficiency proof, which brings us to the most important point. Do you always need the highlights? Meanwhile, many people think highlight is mandatory everywhere. This is not always true. Some universities in Portugal may accept alternatives. For example, a previous degree taught in English, a minimum instruction letter, and other English certificates. This depends on the programs and the university's policies, so always confirm directly from their official website. Now let's talk about another very cheap option that many people overlook. The third one is Polytechnic Institute of Santarém. This is about 1 hour from Lisbon. So why Polytechnic Institute matters is because in Portugal you have universities and Polytechnic institutes. Polytechnics are usually more practical and career focused. They also offer programs like business, agriculture, sports science, education, and technology. The international tuition can also be around 1,500 to 3,000 euros per year, which is very affordable for Europe. Let me tell you the advantage. Because Santarém is a small city, rent is usually cheaper and many students spend less on accommodation, transport, and daily expenses, which helps reduce the overall study cost. Make sure to verify courses on this website. Number 4 is Polytechnic Institute of Guarda. This is probably the least talked about option, but it can be a smart move for international students. This is located in the city of Guarda. Guarda is actually one of the highest cities in Portugal, and it's also known for being very peaceful and affordable, and their tuition falls between 1,500 to 2,500 per year, which makes it one of the cheapest study options in Portugal. So the institute offers programs in areas like management, tourism, education, computer science, and health science. While some students choose smaller cities sometimes offer advantage like lower rent, less competition for housing, and a very quieter study environment. Before someone moves to Portugal to study, there are things you must plan properly. Your accommodation, student visa requirements, proof of funds, your health insurance, and residence permits after arrival. For your visa information, always confirm through the Portuguese consulate website. Here's my final thought. If you dream to study in Europe but your budget is limited, Portugal is one of the countries you consider seriously because they have affordable tuitions, reasonable living costs, and a very peaceful environment for students. But here's the thing, study is not always about choosing the cheap universities. You also need to know how the visa works, how to prepare your documents, and how to increase your chances of approval. I've already made video where I explain how people are moving to Portugal step by step. Make sure to watch that video because it connects you perfectly to what you just watched, and it will help you avoid mistakes many applicants are making. Thank you, and I will see you on the next one.